Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakar Kodash, double honors to the apostles and all the bishops, great millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful like the house of David, wherever you may be scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. This is your brother Yazariah Allah from Great Millstone Branch out of Chicago, bringing you another lesson in truth and sincerity. Lord's willing is edifying to the body. And a lesson I'd like to bring is, don't have a title yet, but it's about these little niglets. And what you might want to call them, niggettes, okay? Again, they're wrapping it up, and it's really not funny, because they are, they're set for destruction, man. They're set for destruction, and the Lord wants to get rid of them, man. And the Lord is actually turning these demons up. And he set them in this particular generation. All these damn generations are back, all these wicked ass generations of spirits, they're back on the earth. The Lord sent them back here and turning them up, man. And, this is, as you see in the top right here, it says, two teens, 21, two teens, 21-year-old man charged with murder in Northeast Columbus, fatal shooting, and let's check that out right quick.
The best prayer to attract wealth begins when you understand that the strongest energy in the universe is not thought.
Year-old man who was just trying to cash his paycheck and hurt a 34-year-old woman in the process.
Neil Smith is the name of the man who was shot and killed on Argyle Road 10 days ago. In a story you'll only see on 10 TV, Crime Tracker 10's Lacey Chris spoke with Smith's family and reveals who police are looking for.
Witnesses told Columbus police Neil Smith tried to give the suspects the money, saying just take it. They shot him 13 times anyway, killing him.
They ran up near my best friend and put me in my car.
And what happened?
I don't know what happened. The little boy was coming.
I'm gonna miss him terribly.
Shirley Leaks is Neil Smith's grandmother. She says he went down the street to the corner market to cash his paycheck to pay bills. But Columbus police say 17-year-old Jabrella Clendon, 16-year-old Taiwan Gavin, and 21-year-old Keanu Logan saw the cash and followed Smith.
I ain't told him to take the money. Senseless? Yes. I know the world is wicked. With no conscience.
The female, she said that Neil fell right next to her, and Neil apologized to her.
Columbus Police Detective Terry Kelly says it didn't appear that Smith knew the suspects. They just wanted his money.
What we can determine from that is the fact that it was a robbery where Neil tried to do what he was told to do and give them the money and then run for his own safety, and they shot him anyways.
Kelly says thanks to the public's help, they were able to identify the three suspects, but that they still have not been arrested. All three are facing aggravated murder charges.
I really want the boys who did this as an example. And I know there's so many young people.
She hit it on the head right there. She said she wants them to be, the boys that did this, she wants them to be an example. And this is what the Lord, everything we say out our mouths, is biblical, man. Whether it be on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side, right? But this Deuteronomy 21:18, let's get it, right? And it reads, if a man has a stubborn or rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father and the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hands on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gates of his place, right? And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard, right? And all the men of the city shall stone him with stones that he die. stone him with stones that this little niglet dies, right? So shall thou put away from among you, and so shall thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. So that's public execution, man. Yep. It says, and if a man has committed a sin worthy of death, and he be put to death, be put to death, and thou hang him on a tree. And see, these are public executions. This is sanctioned by the Lord, man. There is a time to kill. There ain't no time to murder, man. This is straight murder what they did to this 24-year-old dude. The girlfriend or best friend, whatever she said, I don't know, these little boys just came and murdered, and what she say? Just start shooting them or whatever, But they robbed them, and you see more and more and more of this stuff, Man accused of murder after being released from jail probably, and there's two more right here. I mean, it just goes on and on. There's no stop. There's no stopping, It's constantly, man. Over and over, right? Let's grab another one, right? Another video. This one right here. This one right here was a couple of months ago. They didn't make it grabbing it. That they tried. I'm gonna go ahead and play it.
This morning, a family has a warning for all of us after 3 armed men followed them home, tried to rob them at gunpoint. This whole thing was caught on camera and in their driveway. Chris Sadeghi joins us here in studio with a look at that video. Chris, police say this was targeted.
Yeah, Kara, and this is some frightening video to look at. It shows what is called jugging. It is not new. However, Dallas police say it does seem to be happening more and more often. This video is from Mark Gardner's driveway in North Dallas. He backed his car in, and then 3 armed men jump out of an SUV, run up, and start pointing their guns at him, even pounding on his window, demanding he give up the cash he has on him. Jugging is when thieves hang out at banks or ATM machines, watch someone withdraw cash, then follow them, looking for an opportunity to take that cash. In this case, their plan did not work because Mark kept his doors locked and managed to escape by driving through a small opening between the SUV and another car. Fortunately, he and his stepson, who was also in the car, were not hurt. The video captured a good look at the 3 men, and Gardner hopes someone recognizes their faces.
Right. So these men, they're running in gangs and stuff and trying to take money and get money and ultimately what they're gonna ultimately wind up killing someone. Constantly this has happened. Let me grab this. I think I want 850. But yeah, they're gonna constantly keep doing this, and it's just gonna uptick more and more. Second Ezra 8 and 50, it reads, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter times that dwell in the world." Great miseries shall be done to them, done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, right? Because they have walked in great pride, right? So this is what's going on right now, man. And people are being killed for this, man. This is not just, it's just, happening for nothing. But these, whoever the Most High God has, he's the only one that can put life in you, and he's the only one that can take the breath or the life out of you, okay? And that's just how it is, man. The Lord is the controller of this whole thing, man. What's that? Job 4 and 7 reads, "Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or where were the righteous cut off," man. Even as I've seen, they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same, man. So nobody is innocent of, when he's taken out, and you see him these people being taken out miserably, And let's look at this one. It says, man says he shot a home intruder with his own gun, right?
I sat and watched him pull his mask down at my front door. And I still, like I said, I didn't register, man.
A homeowner on the city's Far East Side wrestled a gun away from a burglar and shot him.
Good evening to you at 5 o'clock. I'm Mark Mullins.
And I'm Nicole Griffin. The homeowner survived the encounter. The intruder did not. Tonight, the Marion County Prosecutor's Office is checking out the man's story, a story he is sharing with WRTV's Adam Shooms.
And that homeowner tells me Tuesday night he saw that suspect walk up to his front door, put a ski mask on, and force himself inside the home. Inside the home, the homeowner tells me a struggle began before shots were fired.
He smacked me in the head with the gun and told me I knew what it was. And then I yelled out, I said, hey, they're trying to rob me.
More than a dozen bullet holes marked Brent Smith's home on Indy's Far East Side. Signs of what he says was an act to protect himself. Police say it's an attempted home invasion. Smith says the suspect's gun was fired as he was struggling with the masked man.
But when the gun went off, I hear thousands of gunshots. So I was trying to get up here to push my door back up, but they kept firing. So the guy, it was his gun. I had his gun. So I opened up my door and was shooting that. But when I opened the door, I didn't even know he was right there, man. I didn't know I shot him, man.
Smith says a group of people then got in a car and sped away.
That don't make no sense, man. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do that.
But in Indiana, people have a right to defend their homes.
What the law says specifically is that I am justified in using reasonable force, including deadly force, if I reasonably believe that that force, meaning deadly force, is necessary to prevent or terminate an unlawful attack on or entry into my dwelling.
Attorney Guy Relford, isn't it?
That guy got what he deserved, right? Because what? You're trying to, the man was trying to defend himself. That's all, man. You coming into a man's house, man. And this is, scriptures talks about, men should be invading one another, man. Okay? Men shall be invading one another, man. So, things are at hand, man. Things are at hand, man. What's the thing? The kingdom is at hand, man. So therefore, Jacob's trouble is here, right on the horizon, if you will, right? Right up here, this is about this Nas X idiot right here, man. And he's on this, video. He got a new video out. And it's just, man, it's straight madness, man. I ain't even put it up because I know Esau probably gonna lay it as the thumbnail on it, though. But no, he ain't gonna do that, man. I'm not gonna let him do it. But anyway, these kids are different, man. And like you say up here, these kids are different, man. Check it out.
Teachers are burning out because students refuse to follow basic directions. And it's rarely one or two kids, it's often the whole class. Let's hear from a music teacher.
The kids are different. When they start school, we usually don't see behaviors for a couple of weeks. Here's a really good example of how I know the children are different. I've been teaching for 10 years. I'm gonna pretend this knife's a recorder. Okay, when you do recorder, you give them the recorder. And of course, even though you say, these are our positions, we're at rest, for me, this is 1. This is 2, fixing our hands, and 3 is put in, right? So if I'm like 1, it's in your lap. Even though you're doing that, there's gonna be, as soon as your back is turned, somebody's gonna toot on it, okay? They're gonna make the noise. And then you can't give instructions when they're tooting. So here's what I do, because we do recorder karate. I go, hi-ya, and I lift my recorder in there. And for 10 years, kids have always gone, hi-ya, okay? No, it's not what happened. What happened was, hi-ya, and the kids went, oh yeah, like completely in unison.
Well, see, not disobedient children, man, all over the place, man. And it grows and grows and grows. This just doesn't come from just overnight. No, this has been, festering, manifesting itself or growing or building. Wickedness is, like the scripture says, wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth, man. And you can see the stature of a man versus the ancient days, man, when we were much more stronger and powerful. Why? Because we were more spiritual, meaning we were much more closer to the Most High God. That's why we were called giants in that day. Because why? Not because we were giants, no, because we lived so long, right? But the wages of sin are what? Death. And this is what happens, man. Listen up to this one right here. Student pepper sprays a teacher, man.
It's a student, and I guess she was using the phone in class. The teacher takes her phone, and this is what happens.
She just pepper sprayed me. Give me my phone. Give me my phone.
This dude crying laughing.
It's crazy, and you know it's just you know who it is, isn't it? Black woman again, you know, at it again, you know. Don't ain't gonna take no directions, or instructions, man. They hate that, man. They hate it, you know. But they'll take it from Esau. Whatever he says, he'll do it. But they don't need a man. What they're really saying is they don't need a black man. That's why a black man, you know. And this is why, you know, we try to steer away from black women, so-called black women, because they're no freaking good, man. They're so into themselves and so whorish, so it's just, man, you know, it's our people, man, our people. And let's get this Proverbs 30 and 11. It reads, "This is a generation that curses their father and doeth not bless their mother. This is a generation that are pure in their own eyes, and yet is not washed from their filthiness," man. And the only way you can be washed from your filthiness is from this word, man. It says there is a generation. There is a generation, oh, how lofty are their eyes, and their eyelids are lifted up. That's a lucky if I was saying this. I think I was saying this. I was saying this. There is a generation. There is a generation, right? And verse 14, right? It says, "There is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth are knives," man. Yeah, they devour you up with their mouths, man. It says to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men. And yeah, these people, man, guess what? They become politicians, man. These people become politicians, yeah, and they're in suits and ties. They done dressed up. They done dressed up the filth. You know, Esau done told them, "No, you can be this, you can be that." You know, just like in the Roman days, Esau set Jacob. Jake was put in those positions, just like today. That's why you got women. You got black men and women look like they're in a power seat. No, you ain't in the power seat. You in a dump seat, man. You in a dump seat. Who's building in this? Who's building? Who's building in a burning building? Who's sailing on a ship that's sinking? Huh? No one, man. But I think there was another one that I wanted to bring out. Teachers versus Gen Z and Alpha. How bad parenting, social media, and zero discipline ruined a generation. Right? Like I said earlier, this ain't just come from now all of a sudden. No, this has been going on, man. This whole generation, you know, from generation to generation, man, since I was a baby, man. I remember once a time it was such thing as called officer friendly, you know. So all facets of this place is inoperable, has gone down. This is a sinking ship, a burning building. Get out of it, like the Lord says. Come out of her, my people, because this place is about her sins have reached the heavens. This place is about to be judged, man, and you're gonna be partakers in the judgment that the Lord is gonna set forth for this place, man. Point blank, period. No ifs, ands, buts about it. But anyway, Lord knows I said enough. Lord only knows I said enough. Lord's willing to edify. To give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash, double honors to the apostles and all the bishops, great millstone, peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful like the house of David. Shalom and Kram Yasharallah.